In this video, we're going to learn how to find the vertex of a parabola. If we're given a quadratic function f of x is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c, we can find the vertex of the parabola from minus b over 2a, comma, f of minus b over 2a. Now you may remember that this minus b over 2a comes from the quadratic formula where we had minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Well, if we look at this part of the quadratic formula, this gives us minus b over 2a. This is the part that's going to be in the middle of any two solutions that we potentially have for our quadratic equation. This is going to represent the vertex of our parabola. It's either going to be a minimum value if your parabola is facing up, or it's going to represent a maximum value if your parabola is facing down. To find the vertex is actually fairly straightforward. Let's look at an example. Let's say that we have f of x is equal to minus x squared plus 14x minus 47. I can identify a and b from my quadratic function. And a is going to be minus 1 and b is going to be 14. I can go put a 1 in there. It makes no difference to the value of the equation. So now it's going to be minus 14, which is my value of b coming from here, divided by 2 times my value of a, which is going to be minus 1. That simplifies to be 14 divided by 2. 2 negatives make a positive, so that's going to be 7. To figure out the corresponding y value now for my vertex of my parabola, I'm going to take 7 and put it into my function. That's going to be minus 7 squared plus 14 times 7 minus 47. That's going to be equal to 2. So now 2, I'll just show that I did f of 7 there, and I have 2 here. This gives me the vertex of my parabola. Now, one thing that I do know is that my value of a here is negative. And since it's negative, I know that my parabola is going to be facing down. So I have a maximum value at x equals 7 of 2. My parabola faces down, and that is how to find the vertex of a parabola.